Today we're talking about my favorite subject in the world, and that is bronzers. If you're new to my channel, well, welcome. I'm obsessed with all things tan, all things bronze, and feeling like a summery golden goddess. It's my favorite thing in the world, and for the occasion I did put a tan on. You know, things are looking pretty bleak and dark in the world right now, and nothing brightens that up like a fake tan. First of all, I am wearing the Revlon Super Lustrous Shine in the shade 019 Dewy Peach. I now have 3 of these. I might have to buy all of them. They're so great. I love this color. Oh my god. Oh my god. Secondly, my top is from Zara, and it's one of the coolest shirts I think I've ever bought, and I'm super excited, and I'll most likely feature this in a spring clothing haul. So yeah, feeling colorful right now for spring, guys. And finally, just because I know someone will ask, I use the Loving Tan Ultra Dark Bronze Mousse. I've tried the dark. I prefer the shade of the ultra dark. I've tried the Saint Tropez one. I prefer the Loving Tan one. I'm a little bit more pale and it has a warmer undertone. The Saint Tropez can look a little too olive and greeny on me. So everything I mentioned will be listed in the description box down below. If you like this video and want to see more top 5 videos from me, definitely give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel to see more. I'm currently posting every single day for 100 days. And if you want to see any other top 5s, let us know what you want to see in the comments below. Let's hop into it. I am doing both powder and cream bronzers. I love many bronzers and I have used many bronzers over the years, but currently spring summer season 2020, these are the top 5. I got a couple bonus ones, bronzers that I have in my collection that I use regularly. So let's hop right into it. The first product I want to mention is actually a follow-up from my drugstore video. I mentioned this product thinking that it was discontinued, but apparently someone was so lovely and said, hey, way to do your research, it is still on the L'Oreal website. So I did want to mention that the L'Oreal Bronze Please bronzer, this one's in the shade La Terra. This is one of my most used and loved drugstore bronzers, affordable bronzers. It's a beautiful creamy formula. It's got a glow without any shimmer bits in it, and it just is lovely. They have multiple different styles of bronzers in this similar packaging, and from what I've gathered, they bring out a different version every year, but apparently this one is still available. I can't confirm or deny at this moment, but I will try and find it and link it below for you. It's gorgeous. You get a lot of product in there, which is lovely. And then I also wanted to mention a bronzer that I do not currently have. I featured this in one of my recent empties videos, but the Lilah B bronzing duo. I am feeling such a void in my life since using that product up. It is a gorgeous shimmery bronzer. It's a really nice small package. It's clean beauty, very, very luxe heavy packaging, but I love the size of it for travel. It's so perfect for on the go. I bathe myself in bronzer, so I do like to have little bronzers on hand when I'm traveling around, and it's just such a gorgeous formula that's the perfect shimmer to give you the most natural, like you've been in the sun glow. And I do have actually all the rest of my bronzers that I'm talking about here are matte, and I haven't really been using a shimmery bronzer since I used that up. So I think that once I use up one more bronzer, or if I just get too antsy, I'm gonna have to pick that up ASAP. The Lilah B bronzing duo. I love you. I miss you. I hope to soon have you back in my life. Now, number 3, Benefit Hoola. Oh, this one has my little name etched on it. Alana's Hoola bronzer. Man, this one is my next favorite, guys. It's the bronzer that doesn't die. It just seems to never end. There's so much product in here. The Hoola shade, for me personally, is just a really perfect shade. I've got this actually on my eyes right now. I really love it for my just everyday warm bronze, but it's matte and it's slightly cool tone, so you can use it like a contour too, so it's kind of a one and done product, and it's just great. It's just been such a classic for so many years. They did extend their shade range, thank goodness. There are shades for more skin tones now than when they just had the Hoola offering available. The formula is beautiful, it's gorgeous, I love it, and it's a bronzer I've had in my collection for a very long time. My only complaint with it is the packaging. I know that Benefit is technically known and famous for their boxed blushes. All their blushes and the bronzers and highlighters and whatnot are in these cute little boxes. And they're cute, they are, and I know it's kind of like a nostalgia thing, but they're so inconvenient when I'm traveling. I really don't like that, and I don't like that they don't just nicely stay open. They're just kind of flopping around and they get gross, and the mirror is kind of too small to be useful, and I just wish that they would, you know, do something, update the packaging, but otherwise, what a favorite. Such a classic. Love that one. Another matte bronzer is the Marc Jacobs Omega bronzer in the shade 104 Tantastic. This was once limited edition, and then they made it permanent, which was such a brilliant move for Marc Jacobs. This is it's like a giant package, but it's actually one of my favorites to travel with just because it has such a great mirror. I don't feel like I have to stress about having a mirror or travel with a mirror when I use this because it's just so big and lovely. Another bronzer that doesn't die. I have used this to death, and I haven't even made a slight dent. It's crazy. I've had this for so long. Like maybe 2 years. I don't know. I just love it. It's so great. And in comparison to the Benefit Hoola, it's actually a little bit lighter. So I do use this more when I'm in my more pale state or when I'm bracing my natural skin tone a little bit more. The Benefit one is slightly warmer in comparison. So I kind of use those two depending on what my skin tone is feeling that day. Like today, I put a tan on, so I probably wouldn't reach for this. It's something I use when I'm slightly lighter, but I love the packaging. It's very luxe, and again, because I've been using it for so long and I haven't even hit pan, I'm like, you're the bang for your buck on these guys. Yeah, it'll take you years to finish those, certainly. Number 5, I'm gonna dive into a cream bronzer, and obviously Nudestix Bondi Bay. It's such a great formula. It's so creamy and beautiful. This shade is perfect for me. It's, again, slightly more cool tone, so you can kind of use it like a contour too. I'll often use this like a contour and then go over top with powder bronzers. I usually use it together. And then in the summertime, when I'm feeling more of the lighter makeup, more cream products, I don't know why, summertime just like brings out my using of cream products so much more. So I use this a lot in the summertime. I take the brush off and I use it with my stippled brushes. They say you can use it with your fingers. I'm not quite that skilled to use my fingers to blend out a bronzer, but this is a beautiful one. Again, for travel, it's such a lovely small package. It's great. And I also did want to mention that they also expanded their shade range. This is one that I'm really excited to dive into, Terracotta Tan, for the summertime, feeling fine. I'll just swatch them side by side here for you. So Bondi Bay here is a little bit more cool toned. The Terracotta Tan is like that true like reddy orange terracotta color, which will be so beautiful. Like you could probably use both of these. You could probably use Bondi Bay like as a contour and then really warm it up and give it that red tan deep undertone. Ugh, I just love them. They're so creamy, very easy to blend out, and so easy, just lovely to travel with. Now that's it, guys. Those are my top 5 bronzers. I did want to mention one little bonus because I feel like I couldn't make a favorite bronzer video without mentioning this, even though it's not technically a bronzer. This is the Tom Ford shade in Illuminate. I've talked about this so much recently. I feel like you guys are probably like, shut up, get over it. But I'm not over it. I'm gonna keep blabbing about it until Tom Ford hears me. Tom Ford, please make this a singular product. That's kind of part of the reason why I feel like I can't mention it, because A, it's a shade in Illuminate, which I guess could mean whatever you want it to mean, I suppose, but that to me screams contour. But I do use this as like an all-in-one creamy contour. In formula, it's much more creamy than the Nudestix one, which means that I usually prefer to use a slightly more dense brush with it. Sometimes I'll switch it up and use like a foundation brush to press this in. Kind of depends what I'm feeling on that day, but yeah, because it's combined with a highlighter and it's considered a contour, I don't know, whatever, this is a bonus. I love the formula so much. It is a luxe product. It is super, super expensive, so unless you're gonna use both of the products that are in here, I wouldn't recommend picking it up. But the shade 01, I have the shade 01, the original universal one, and it's just the perfect shade for my skin tone, and I love it so much. It's what I'm wearing on my face right now. This is the only bronzer I put on, and then I put Benefit Hoola on my eyes. So if you like the look of this bronze, it's this one. It's so good. So I wanted to include that as a little bonus there. So guys, those are my top bronzers. Let me know what you think of my favorites, my top picks, my current bronzing faves. There's a lot of new bronzers coming out. I'm not gonna lie, I've made a couple orders because I feel like I am self-proclaiming myself as the bronzer queen. I'm obsessed with bronzer, and there's a few new ones that I must just test and compare, even though I told myself I was on a bronzer no-buy. But listen, I gotta review it for the people, and I thought I'd be using this up, but listen, they ain't going nowhere, so here we are. It's a dilemma. I gotta test it for the people. I gotta see how these are. So expect to see some reviews on some new things coming soon. If you guys have any bronzer faves, definitely let us know in the comments down below. We'd love to hear. I love everything bronzer, and I wanna know what your favorites are. So that's it from me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow for my top highlighters. See you then, guys. Have a beautiful day. Bye!